Welcome to the brand new series of the Krypton Factor, television's toughest quiz. Over the next 10 weeks, our contestants will try to battle it out to prove they have the right combination of brain and brawn to become Krypton Factor Champion 2010. The winner of each heat and the highest scoring runner-up will go through to the semi-finals. And hoping to be the first to go through are tonight's contestants. Martin Golding, a 39-year-old local councillor from Bristol. Lesley Turnbull, a 25-year-old statistician from Paisley. Pete Thompson, a 29-year-old energy consultant from London, and Ed Brahl, a 27-year-old particle accelerator physicist from Hampshire. Tonight, Martin, Lesley, Pete and Ed will be tested mentally and physically. They battle it out for a place in the semis and their ultimate goal of winning this trophy as Krypton Factor Champion 2010. That's still a long way off because first they'll have to prove themselves tonight across 4 rounds. Observation, physical ability, general knowledge and first up, mental agility. Last year's brain-frying challenges in the Krypton Factor Cube proved the downfall of many. This year, we've brought back some of the most fiendish tests and come up with some new ones. Tonight, mental arithmetic with a difference in subtotal. A box appears on the screen. Numbers fall into it, which must be added to the total, and fall out of it, which must then be subtracted from the total. In this case, 5 plus 7 is 12, minus 2 plus 4, which means that the new total would be 6. And as the totals get higher, the test gets harder. And as always, we'll be monitoring their heart rate just to see how stressed they're getting. First up, playing in red, it's Martin Golding.
I'm Martin Golding. I'm 39 from Bristol, and I'm a local councillor. I've always been quite fit. I've been doing some hill running in preparation, so hopefully that will hold me in good stead. Most people think politicians are all talk, no action. Hopefully, for once, I'll prove that is not the case.
The winner of each test gets 10 points. 6 for second, 4 for third, 2 for fourth. Martin's in position. Activate the cube.
Two. 15. 22. 13. 27. 16. 42. 32.
7, Martin.
Yes, very pleased with that.
Going into the cube, how are you feeling about it?
Oh, very, very nervous. You don't know what's going to be like until you're actually in there under pressure. And there's a couple of hairy moments, but yeah, just managed to keep it together, so chuff to monkeys.
Better than an election victory?
I wouldn't go that far.
It's a great start. You got 7. Please return to your seat. Next up, playing in green, Lesley Turnbull.
I'm Lesley Turnbull, I'm 25, I'm from Paisley and I'm a statistician. Obviously, I work with numbers, I'm logical thinking, and I'm hoping that will really help me with the mental agility task. I'm naturally a very competitive person. If I'm given a challenge and if there's other people involved in that challenge, I will always want to beat them.
Lesley must beat Martin's score of 7. Activate the cube.
Five. 25. 28. 21. 24. 11. 59. 36.
Lesley!
Oh, I know.
How are you feeling?
Missed it by one, but did better than I thought I would.
As a statistician, I'd imagine you were backing yourself for this round, weren't
Yeah, but then mentally, I'm the calculator age. We didn't do arithmetic,
I
so
see.
that's my backup.
you? Fingers crossed the other boys don't beat you. Well done, you managed to score 6. Please return to your seat. So next up, playing in blue, Pete Thompson.
I'm Pete Thompson, I'm 29, I'm from London, and I'm an energy consultant. I like going to pub quizzes. It incorporates 2 of my favourite activities, doing general knowledge quizzes and drinking beer. I suppose I am not the typical Krypton Factor contestant, but I think I've got a good chance, maybe a dark horse for the competition.
Martin's score of 7 is what Pete has to beat. Activate the cube.
7. 21. 22. 9. 27. 17. 39. 46. 62.
Pete, you look gutted.
Yeah, really gutted.
Let yourself down, disappointed?
Yeah, a little bit annoyed, actually, yeah. Would have fancied that I could have got 7 or more, actually, yeah.
Either way, you've managed to get 6, which equals Leslie's score, so well done. Please return to your seat.
Thanks very much.
Finally, playing in yellow is Ed Ryle.
I am Ed Ryle, I'm 27 and from Hampshire, and I'm a particle accelerator physicist. The physical ability round isn't going to be my strongest round, but I do enjoy archery, which is a sport that requires much concentration, practice and dedication. I work on a machine that accelerates electrons up to the speed of light to produce light that is 100 billion times brighter than the sun. Now, if I can take part in that challenge every day at work, then I should easily be able to succeed here at the Krypton Factor.
Martin is still the man to beat. His score of 7 is what Ed must beat to take all the points. Can he do it? He's in position. Activate the cube.
4. 11. 26. 9. 27. 60. 54. 59.
Ed, the answer was actually 66.
I'm very disappointed, I think.
Because in theory, you can split an atom, so the Krypton Factor should be a piece of cake, right?
In theory, yes, but obviously that theory is being put to the test today.
What was it like being in there and actually having to cope with the pressurised environment?
Phenomenally stressful. I could just feel my heart just going boom, 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 boom.
Well, unfortunately, you didn't quite do enough this time round.
Nope.
You managed to score 6. Please return to your seat. So an incredibly tight first round. 3 contestants got 6. One of them went one better, and he is our winner. With 7 points, it's Martin. Which means after the first test, the scores are as follows. Lesley, Pete and Ed all take 6 points, but the early leader with a Krypton Factor of 10 is local councillor from Bristol, Martin Golding. Do you think you could do better? Well, you can have a go at Subtotal by going to the website, itv.com/The Krypton Factor, and you can find out how you could win £5,000 in the brand new Krypton Factor competition. So Martin is in the lead, but there's still a long way to go. The next test is observation. This round tests observation, concentration and recall as our contestants try to remember as much detail as possible in a clip from the archives. And tonight we're going all the way back to a 1980s clip from Coronation Street when Ken and Deirdre were together for the first time. 3-year-old Tracy is already showing signs of her future rebellious nature by running off, leaving Deirdre distraught. Contestants, please turn to face your screens. The test starts now.
She's gone, Ken. She's just gone.
Look, the twins did this. They're forever doing it. It's quite normal.
Yeah, but she's gone. I mean, where's she gone?
Well, look, I don't know. Did she have anywhere in mind, like the swing, something like that? Did she mention that?
Think of anywhere,
Well, she must have
no.
thought of something like a shop, a pet shop, a toy shop,
She never
anything
said
like that.
any... Oh, look, let me go and look for her.
There's no point rushing around hairless.
Has she not turned up yet?
No, she hasn't. Look, I'll go down to the Red Wreck. Alf, would you go down Viaducts?
I'll just get me coat. Excuse me.
Well, what shall I do, love?
Take Deirdre. Now go down Rosamond Street and check all the shops.
Yeah.
If we haven't found her in 15 minutes, we'll ring the police.
Okay.
Deirdre. Come on, mother. Deirdre. I've found her.
That's the end of the clip. Now I'm going to ask questions in turn. A correct answer scores 2 points, but get it wrong and a point will be deducted, and the other contestants have a chance to buzz in and steal the points. If, however, they buzz in and get it wrong, they too will lose a point. I'm going to start with red, so Martin, you're first. Everybody else, fingers on your buzzers. What type of cheese is being advertised in a poster on the door?
English cheddar.
That's correct. Well done. 2 points. Lesley, your question. Who is the third person to enter the shop?
Pass.
Lesley, you're to -1. Martin.
Reg.
It wasn't Reg. You lose a point. It was Betty. Pete, we come to you. Your chance to get some points here. Where is the first place that Ken suggests the little girl might have had in mind?
Rosalind Street.
Wasn't Rosalind Street. Martin.
Swings.
That's correct. Well done. We come to Ed. Your question. Apart from the toy shop, which other type of shop is mentioned?
Grocery shop.
It's not the grocery shop. Pete?
Pet shop.
That's correct. Well done. Martin, your question. What does Alf need to fetch? Oh. No?
Bread.
Not bread. Anyone else? Pete?
Coat.
That's correct. Well done, Pete. You're now leading. Lesley, -1. You need to get this one. Which street does Ken suggest Betty take Deirdre to look down?
Wuthering Street.
Not Wuthering Street. Ed?
Rosalind Street.
It was Rosamund Street. Hard luck. You lose another point. Pete, you're currently in the lead with 3. What type of food mix is on the shelf behind Deirdre?
Pizza.
That's correct. Well done. Ed, what brand of biscuit is being advertised on the shelf behind Ken's head?
Jacobs.
It's not Jacobs. Martin.
Trio.
Well done. It was a trio. Managed to buzz in and steal those points at the end. Unfortunately, it's not quite enough to win this round because the winner with 5 points is Pete. So Pete takes the 10 points, Martin 6, Lesley 4 points, and Ed only 2. The leaderboard now looks like this. That win for Pete means we now have joint leaders, both with a Krypton Factor of 16, energy consultant from London, Pete Thompson, and local councillor from Bristol, Martin Golding. 2 rounds down, 2 to go, including the brand new Krypton Factor Assault course, which is a brutal test of stamina and endurance. See the full thrilling race when we get back. Welcome back to the Krypton Factor, where we've reached the halfway point in tonight's competition, and the leaderboard looks like this. We have joint leaders, both with a Krypton Factor of 16, energy consultant from London, Pete Thompson, and local councillor from Bristol, Martin Golding. Right now, it's time to get physical. New year, new assault course, and guess what? It's even tougher than last year. Longer, more punishing and physically demanding. It will take every last drop of resilience and determination just to make it to the finish line. We've added steep hills, freezing water, extreme height and lycra. It's the ultimate physical challenge. Will it prove too much for some? Oh, yes. Lesley is off. She has a 45-second head start, as will all our female competitors. She is super competitive and will be determined to get as far away from the guys as possible. That's good technique. She's got her knees high, ready for the running landing, and she's nailed it. And the boys are away. Particle accelerator physicist Ed is in yellow. He's certainly accelerated up that pole. Lesley is in the tunnels and looking strong. Ed is off on the zip wire, closely followed by Pete in blue and Martin just behind in red. Lesley has reached the crisscross logs, and the key here is to choose a quick and easy route through. She's through already, now faces the toughest part of the course, the hill. Ed's sport is archery, not running, but as it stands, he's leading the pack. Has he gone out too hard, though? The hill is a real killer. Lesley is certainly starting to hurt. Martin is looking strong. That seems like a much quicker route than Ed, and he's taken him. Top of the hill, Lesley seems to be going backwards in the rat run. Her lungs will be burning. The guys are chasing her hard now. Lesley's going to be desperate to stay in front. She must maintain that gap if she can. The halfway point, and it's downhill from here. And it's Martin, then Ed, then Pete going into the rat run. That's a poor jump from Lesley. She's not helping herself. Coming out of the rat run. Who's looking strong? Not Pete. What's he doing? I think his legs have turned to jelly. It's not going to make it any easier, Pete. Martin has Lesley in his sights. That net is 20 feet high in agony for tired arms. All four of them are on the net now, and Martin is really motoring. Lesley won't let him catch her. Go on, girl. Pete gets his leg just about over. So Lesley's at the balance beam first, but here comes Martin. She has to stay on. Is she going to? Yes, she does. So the tank, cold water really knocks the breath out of her. She's got to get under that log. Martin's in touching distance now. She has to get her head under. She does just. Her lead is in real danger. Here come Ed and Pete. Lesley is just hanging on. Ed's wobbling. And he's gone. This is Pete's chance. Can he take advantage? No, he's gone too. Just the raft pull across the lake for Martin and Lesley. They are soaking wet and exhausted. It makes it so hard. The big question, who's got enough left in the tank? Ed is under the water. Is he ever going to come up? Here comes Pete.
Yeah, you're on.
Top bombing Pete straight in there. Martin is starting to pull away from Lesley, but the race for third and fourth is very much on. The red boat is in the lead. Martin with his warrior cry. Ed is at the water. Pete is on the raft and nearly off it. And it looks like Pete is now powering away from Ed. Local councillor Martin is hanging on. I think it's going to be victory for Labour. Lesley led for so much of the race, she just lost it on the lake. And Martin crosses the line to take the 10 points. 6'4" Pete showing his upper body strength, while Ed is paying for going out too hard. Well done, Lesley, an excellent second.
Jeez.
Pete is third. Ed looks done for.
Very hard, it's very
And finally, Ed crosses the line and collapses. Where do we start? You made it look very hard, Ed.
My sport is archery, which is not renowned for running around fields.
You looked like an archer running up and down those hills.
Yes.
Pete, are you surprised that you came in third?
I hoped to do better, to be honest.
Did you?
Yeah, at the top of the hill, just after the rat run. I was in second, probably.
And then you threw yourself on the floor for some reason.
And then collapsed to the ground like a sickly child.
And the epic battle up the front as well. Lesley.
Oh, I hate putting my face underwater, and as soon as you hit, it just takes your breath like that. Had to really push myself under that log. But...
Yeah. Martin, have you ever worked as hard for anything before?
Never. That was harder than it looked, and that looked hard.
Well done, all four of you, for completing it and for entertaining us in the process as well, particularly you, Ed. But the winner of that round, who takes all the points, is Martin. So a great win from Martin means he takes the 10 points. Lesley 6, Pete 4 and Ed yet again just 2, which means when we update the leaderboard, extending his lead over the others with a Krypton Factor of 26, it's local councillor from Bristol, Martin Golding. But this is where it all could change. It's the final test. It's general knowledge. Contestants begin with their Krypton Factor total so far. They'll score 2 points for a correct answer, but 1 point will be deducted for a wrong answer. Any one of these four could be going through to the semi-finals. I'll have 90 seconds. On the clock, please. Your time starts now. Leatherhead is a town near to the M25 in which English county?
Surrey.
Correct. The Surrey with a fringe on top is a song written by Rodgers and who? Ed.
Hammerstein.
Correct. In athletics, the hammer, shot put, javelin, and which other discipline make up the throwing events? Pete.
Discus.
Correct. Now is the winter of our discontent is the opening line of which Martin?
Richard III.
That's correct. In traditional wedding vows, for richer, for poorer is followed by which five-word phrase? Ed.
For better, for worse.
That's wrong, in sickness and in health. Hellenic is an adjective describing people. Pete.
Greek.
That's correct. What was the name of the Greenpeace ship sunk by the French? Pete.
Rainbow Warrior.
It was the Rainbow Warrior. Genghis Khan led which warrior people? Ed.
The Mongols.
Correct. Awarded by the monarch, which prefix was added to the names of Leamington Spa in 18... Ed.
Royal.
Correct. In the Royal Air Force, flight lieutenant is the equivalent of which rank in the army? Ed.
Lieutenant.
It's captain. Andy Capp is a comic strip character who has appeared in which daily newspaper since the night? Martin.
Daily Mirror.
That's correct. Mirabelle is a European variety of which fruit? Anyone? Come on. No, it's plum. A plumber derives his job title from the Latin word Ed.
Lead.
Correct. In Monsters Ball, Heath Ledger plays which of Billy Bob Thornton's relations? Pete.
Sun.
That's correct. A plant uses sunlight to convert carbon dioxide? Ed.
Photosynthesis.
That's correct. Phobos and Deimos are two small moons? Ed.
Mars.
Correct. The Marquis of Bath has his ancestral seat at which estate famous for its safari?
Pete. Longleat.
Correct. Eva Longoria plays Gabriel Solis in which... Wow. We have a tie-break. Both with 30 points. It's Martin and Pete. Whoever gives me the first correct answer to the question will go through to the semi-finals. The Slough of Despond is the name given to a bog in which religious novel of 1678? Martin.
Pilgrim's Progress.
That's correct. Well done, Martin. Well done indeed. So we have a winner on the tie-break. They ran in very close, but with a Krypton Factor of 32. Going through is our local councillor from Bristol, Martin Golding. So well done to Martin, and if you've been playing along at home, you have a chance to really test yourself. Go to the website, itv.com/The Krypton Factor, where you can see how you would score against tonight's contestants, and even find out how you could apply to be on the show next year. Thanks for watching. See you next week.
Yeah, 30 points, pretty happy with 30 points, and would have taken it probably before the beginning of the contest. Fingers crossed, I think, you know, hopefully it's enough to get me through to the semis as the high-scoring loser.
Fantastic of on this show, but now it's all of a sudden, right, OK, semi-finals, and so getting towards the sharp end now.
All new to ITV3 next. Prepare to be embarrassed. It's Mr. Bean. While next here on ITV1, we're sniffing out drugs in the fight against crime in Sending the Dogs.
The Krypton Factor in association with Sage. Train your business brain.